Hi everyone, it's Leslie and welcome to LEZ'S Lounge, where everything and anything can be talked about because, well, it's a lounge. And today we have some Reddit reads of Entitled Parents, and I hope you don't mind the little nasally tone and little weakness of the voice. I got a hold of that flu that so many of us have been getting, and it's hard as heck to shake. As usual, if you like anything, please comment at the end, and then like and subscribe. So without further ado, let's get into some stories. EP tries to steal my baby. Okay, well, she didn't try to steal him per se. So I'm a 19-year-old girl, and I have a 7-month-old son. Not uncommon, but he still usually gets mistaken for my brother or a child that I am babysitting. I took him to a soft play area nearby on my own, and we were having a great time. He was playing with the blocks and just having fun. A woman came in who had 2 girls around 6 to 8 and sat near me and my son. It's at this point my son starts to cry. He was hungry. And the EM turns to me and asks if his mom is around, to which I tell her I am his mom. She looks shocked and then says, "Do you know what's wrong with him?" "Yes, he'll be hungry." "Do you know how to feed him?" I was completely shocked by this because even if I was babysitting, I would know how to feed him. Plus, he is 7 months old, so I think I would have fed him at least once before. I didn't say anything, and just pulled out his bottle and fed him in my arms. Since there was a lot of things going on around us, he was very distracted and would move away from the bottle to look at something and then cry because he has no bottle. Very frustrating. EM then says, "I can feed him for you." At this point, I'm just screaming "what the heck" repeatedly in my head. I politely declined and told her I know what he's like. She then starts to get a bit aggressive, saying I'm too young to look after him and I clearly can't cope being a single mother. I'm not single, but my boyfriend was at work. I couldn't believe what she was saying and got ready to leave. I picked my baby up and put him in the pram. He was screaming as his feed had now been disturbed. I gathered our things that were on the floor right by the pram, and as I turned around, the woman was unstrapping my son in an attempt to take him out. I full-on screamed at her to stop, and an employee saw what was happening and ran over immediately and asked her to leave. She refused as her 2 kids were playing and she didn't want to stop them. I said it was fine and I'd leave instead, as I just wanted to get home again. I was so incredibly scared of what could have happened, even though I'm fairly sure she just wanted to help. I haven't been back there since. Entitled kid stabs me in the arm with a knife. A bit of background. 2 kids, 9-year-old ED and 10-year-old ES, in my neighborhood were homeschooled. They also had very religious parents who were convinced they could do no wrong. The children were generally very annoying and entitled due to their isolation from society from homeschooling. So anyways, one day me and my younger brother, 8, were playing in our front garden, just running around like the children we are. I was about 12, so slightly older than everyone else in the story. So we were playing happily when the EKs come out of their house and over to our lawn. ES boastingly, "What are you losers doing?" Me, "We're playing." ED, "Well, I bet you're not even good at the game. My brother's the fastest boy I know." Probably because they knew no one else. I swear, the only time they left their house was for church every Sunday. B, "No, my brother is the best runner." "Thanks, little bro." He then challenges me to a race to the end of our neighborhood. First one there wins. Okay, fair. ES, 3, 2, starts running. Go! I easily start catching him and about to pass him halfway down the road when he reaches into his pocket and, no joke, pulls out a pocket knife. He then proceeds to stab me in the arm as I am running. I of course yell out in pain and stop running with this knife sticking out of my arm. On the verge of tears, I get up and walk back to my house, clutching my arm, now bleeding quite a bit. The ED taunts me about losing the race, ES cheering and shouting from the other end of the street as I go into my house to get my mom. My arm and left side of my jumper now completely red. It was quite deep. He had really gone in for the kill. She is just inside the kitchen, right next to the front door, so quickly came to see me repainting the floor. She immediately asks what happens after running to get a first aid kit. She is a primary school teacher, so is trained in first aid. I explained through tears as it really freaking hurt. She goes outside to confront the ES, who has now cornered my brother and is taunting him, along with ED, about how slow his brother is. B is now crying and my mom is furious. Holding back punches, she yells at the ES for a full 5 seconds about violence before the neighbor's door bursts open and out waddles EM. EM, what the heck do you think you're doing yelling at my son? Mom, your son just stabbed my son. What the hell is he doing with a knife? EM, that's his pocket knife that he got for his birthday. Where have you put it? Mom, confused but still very angry. What? EM, I said, where have you hidden my son's knife? That's his property and I demand you give it back right now or I will call the police. My mom is stunned into silence for a few seconds, during which I have left the house as I have now bled through the bandage she has quickly put on and I'm feeling faint. EM, there it is. Give it back, you little turd. She had noticed the knife poking out of my arm, which my mom had left in as to not make the wound any bigger. The EM then stormed past my mom and yanked it out of my arm along with a small chunk of flesh. At this point, I lost consciousness as I had lost quite a bit of blood and the pain from the flesh being ripped was the final straw. After that, I'm told Mom called 999 while the EM and EKs ran inside their house and locked the door. I was taken to the hospital where I was given a blood transfusion and was properly bandaged up. Turns out a major vein in my arm had been cut, so it was pretty bad. In the end, the ES and ED were put into foster care after CPS looked into their homeschooling, and EM ended up serving time in prison. My mom did not want to press any charges as her presence in the church and primary school had given her a kind heart for children with poor parents. I recovered pretty quickly and got a nice cool scar to show to my friends. CPS found that EKs knew next to nothing in maths, English, and science, and had instead been indoctrinated about God and the Bible during their homeschooling. This is in England, so the NHS covered the full treatment. No need to press charges to cover costs, only for revenge. Well, that's all the time I have right now, folks. My voice is starting to give out, but I don't know about you, I do like these Reddit reads. So if you do like them, please comment down below, and then like and subscribe. And until we talk again, I hope everybody has a great day and a great night. See ya.